Universal basic income.
Universal basic income.
Universal basic income is the future of humanity.
I think ultimately we will have to have some kind of universal basic income. I don't think we're going to have a choice.
Can Indian billionaires pay monthly salaries to people losing jobs due to artificial intelligence? With the rise of artificial intelligence, owners of big companies will become more rich as the people working in those companies will be replaced by AI tools. The productivity will shoot up, thus making 2x and even 3x profits to the shareholders at way less cost. So, should the rich of the society pay for the losses of the middle class and the poor? Is India ready to deal with mass unemployment issues due to AI automation? But first, let's consider a hypothetical situation where I lose my job tomorrow. I am a full-time content creator, basically a glorified unemployed, but imagine AI takes over completely and suddenly my income stops. I can't pay my rent, no food and no survival money. For 2 months, I will survive on my savings. For the next 4 to 5 months, I will sell all my stocks. During all these months, I will try getting a job but will fail to do that due to bad job market conditions. What happens after that? I will stop paying my home rent and my EMIs. After 2 to 3 months of not paying my rent, my landlord will kick me out. And it's not just me, my parents still need monthly support. I still have responsibilities to take care of. Responsibilities don't wait, even if AI kills my job. At that point, what choice do I have? Probably I will steal food and money, not because I want to, but because survival leaves me no choice. And maybe society says we will lock you up in jail. Fine. But what happens when it's not one person? What happens when millions of families collapse like this? You can't lock them all up. Goldman Sachs predicts 300 million jobs worldwide could be disrupted. In India, 69% of jobs are at risk of automation. So, what happens when millions of families, not just individuals, are left with nothing? That's where universal basic income comes in. An income for every citizen. No paperwork, no conditions. A guaranteed lifeline. Big names like Elon Musk and Sam Altman have said many times that UBI is inevitable in the AI age. And shockingly, India did its first UBI test in 2011 in 20 villages of Madhya Pradesh. UBI is not a new concept. It's been in the conversation for more than 2 decades. So in this video, let's break it all down. What exactly is UBI? Why do experts say it's necessary? What do experiments in Finland, Alaska, and Madhya Pradesh teach us? And most importantly, can India afford it? And who should pay? Can billionaires like Adani and Ambani pay for it? But first, let's start with why there is a need for universal basic income in the first place. Well, if you were not on a digital detox, you must know about the current job market. It's bad. Before 2022, AI was after manual jobs like cashiers at supermarkets or the person who takes your order at McD drive-thru. And it was majorly believed that creative jobs are not at risk. But with the release of ChatGPT in 2022, the world saw the potential of AI, and it was scary. Now, after 3 years, LLMs are as good as freshers in coding, writing, or assisting, making entry-level jobs disappear fast. As LLMs become better and companies adopt these AI systems, the rate of people losing their jobs become faster with each upgrade of these LLMs. Now, in the economic side of the AI world, various policy proposals have been made to deal with mass unemployment. The most famous policy is universal basic income. Universal because it's given to each citizen with no questions or paperwork. Basic because it won't be too much, just the money to make sure the person lives with dignity. Critics of UBI say UBI is unfair because why would you give a rich person 5,000 rupees every month who has a net worth of, let's say, 10 crore rupees? Fair point, but let's get into the maths, shall we? India has around 4 lakh people with 10 crores net worth. The revenue the government will spend to filter out these 4 lakh people will be more than giving a basic income to everyone in the country. And filtering out people will be a difficult thing as well. How do we decide who should get the support? A freelance web developer who used to earn 2 to 3 lakhs every month pre-AI era starts earning 20 to 30,000 every month due to AI. Now, will you exclude this person from getting some support from the government because technically AI has disrupted his work too? He's not unemployed, but in some way he's suffering due to AI. The ethical way will be to compensate him as well. What do you think on this one? I would love to know your thoughts in the comments. Benefits of UBI. There are many, but the major ones are: first, boost in entrepreneurship and creativity. People will follow their passion. Maybe they will open a business they always wanted to open. I personally think there will be a boost in the amount of philosophers, creative people, and innovative people after AI. UBI gives them a cushion to rely on, thus allowing them to create the output that makes them happy. Second, boost in happiness. AI will allow people to spend more time with their loved ones. With them producing the output they love, spending time with their loved ones will definitely raise the overall happiness level of the society. Third, less corruption. When you send a direct cash transfer with no bureaucracy, there is no leakage and no corruption. Shockingly, Iran is the only country in the world which has been giving a basic income to each citizen every month for the past 15 years. Each citizen gets 45 to 50 US dollars every month. There has been no sign of people working less. Only two sections of society are seen to be working less, which are youth less than the age of 30 and the young mothers, indicating that youth is not dropping schools and colleges to earn a living, and young mothers are spending more time in the growth of their child, which is good for the long-term growth of the society. Now, all these benefits are assumptions. There is only one way to find out. Test it on the ground. Cons of AI. First, people will get lazy. Now, this is the assumption as well. In 2011, UBI was tested in 20 villages in Madhya Pradesh. A target group in 8 villages were given a cash transfer, and 12 were not given any transfer to compare the results in the end. In these 8 villages, school attendance increased by 68%. New businesses doubled. People bought toilets with the extra money, and people became productive because some bought new irrigation tools for their farms and some invested in a new business. There was no sign of people buying more alcohol or tobacco related products. In fact, the results were opposite. People invested in their health. Second, inflation. The simple logic they apply is when you give some money to everyone, everyone can buy a few extra things for themselves, meaning there's more demand in the market. As the supply cannot be increased instantly, prices will go up and this extra cash won't mean anything. Not true. UBI is not about printing more money. It's about increasing the revenue surplus and then using that surplus to fund UBI. Third pointer that critics say are equal amount, unequal impact. 5,000 for a poor family can mean 2 months of their household budget. For a middle class family, that's their monthly blanket budget. For a rich family, that means a one-time meal at a fancy restaurant. They say, why give money to the rich? But as explained earlier, first, it's not possible to justify who should get the money. Second, it helps reduce bureaucracy and thus corruption. Can the rich pay for it? I started this video with a silly hook that can Ambani and Adani pay for UBI budget in India? Even if you take all of their wealth, which is 15 lakh crores, that will only fund 4 to 5 months of the UBI budget. So, what are the other ways? Let's discuss them. First, redirecting the subsidies. The Modi government aimed to spend over 4.5 lakh crores on all the subsidies in 2025 to 2026. Why not redirect this budget to the UBI budget and give the direct cash transfer? Second, taxing the productivity gains. AI won't just steal people jobs. It will allow big businesses to be more productive at way lower cost due to AI. McKinsey has predicted that by 2030, world's GDP will increase by $16 trillion just due to AI, due to the productivity of AI. Why not charge the productivity tax from the wealthiest and take a pie of all the productivity gains? Third, tax the rich. The gap between rich and poor will increase more and more due to AI. The software engineer who will be fired from his company will become poor. The owner of that company becomes rich. Fourth, robot tax. Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft, suggested the government should charge a robot tax for companies firing every employee because income tax collection drops with each employee losing their job. Conclusion: UBI is not perfect, it's not cheap, but the evidence suggests it improves health, education, and productivity without making people lazy. At its core, UBI isn't charity, it's about justice and dignity. It says every citizen deserves the security of roti, kapda, makan, no matter what. What do you think is the modest UBI so that the high UBI doesn't motivate people to quit working altogether, and it's not that low that it doesn't even serve the purpose of UBI, that is to eradicate poverty and allow people to live with dignity? Is UBI the answer? Or policies like guaranteed jobs is the answer for India? Like Manrega, we can see software engineers or writers or CAs getting 100 days of work every year. Now over to you. Should India try universal basic income? Should the ultra-rich, AI companies or big tech help fund it? Or would you prefer guaranteed jobs as an alternative? Tell me in the comments because the AI future is coming fast and the choice is ours. A future for everyone or just for a few billionaires? Thank you for watching. If you found this video thought-provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the future of our world. Thank you.